John Megliaro, coming to you from East Brunswick High School, where tonight the Lady Bears take on Hunterdon Central High School in a girls' gymnastics meet. The girls come in at 6-2, and more importantly, contending for the GMC conference title. Hunterdon Central comes in 4-1 and could be a strong challenge tonight for the Lady Bears. So it's East Brunswick, Hunterdon Central from the East Brunswick High School gym, and we'll be back with the start of the action in just a moment. Well, good evening, and we're just about ready to start tonight's home gymnastic meet between East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central. And the order of events for the girls will be as follows. They'll start at vault, go on to bars, move to beam, and then they'll finish up with floor. If you're new to the sport of women's gymnastics, they compete in 4 events. And it will be a team competition, so there will be no individual honors other than all-around scores for the purpose of team statistics. Hunterdon Central comes in, I was corrected before we went back on the air. Their record is 5-1, not 4-1 as I previously mentioned. So they come in at 5-1. The Bears are 6-2 and having a truly outstanding season. In fact, a win over Highland Park later this month could give East Brunswick the GMC conference title. And speaking with Coach Leslie Gattner, she's quite confident that the girls can capture that championship. So we're going to start off at vaulting, and East Brunswick will be up first, and the first vaulter will be Carrie Friedman. Carrie is a sophomore, and the Friedman family is well known within the gymnastic community here in East Brunswick. Carrie's first vault is a handspring. Very nice vault. In girls gymnastics, they are allowed 2 vaults, and the best score will be the score that is recorded. So we'll see what Carrie's first score is for that handspring vault. All right. Carrie's second vault. She tried a half on with a half off. Little short on the landing. I don't know if she'll get credit for the vault.
Up next from Hunterdon Central, Liz McDonald, on deck with Brunswick, Stephanie Bowman.
Up next for Hunterdon Central will be Liz McDonald. Carrie Freeman's score is 8.4. And this is Liz McDonald from Hunterdon Central. She's going to do a half on, half off. Nice vault. Legs are slightly apart, and that'll be a deduction. And we'll see if she comes back with that same vault. Girls are allowed to change their vaults. They are not obligated to use the same vault twice, although many do. All right, and Liz has mentioned that she's going to do a handspring vault for her second vault. And not bad. So Liz McDonald for Hunterdon Central, the first competitor for that team tonight. Up next for East Brunswick will be Stephanie Bauman. Stephanie is a senior, an all-around competitor, and co-captain of this year's Lady Bears team. We now have a second judge at vaulting, so we'll have 2 scores to report to you. Of course, the scores are averaged together. Stephanie Bauman. Handspring vault, nice vault. Good repulsion off the horse. Arms back slightly, which cut on her after flight, but all in all, a good vault. And just another note about Stephanie, she has qualified for the sectionals in this event. So she will go on after the team competition as an individual competitor in the sectional meet. Stephanie's now going to try a half-on, full-off vault. Very difficult vault. It's a half twist on with a full twist off. Half on, there's the full, and she just wasn't able to get her feet underneath her. And I'm sure she'll take that first vault as her score.
Up next, Hunterdon Central, Jennifer Park. On deck for East Brunswick, Teresa Brewer.
Jennifer Park will be up for Hunterdon Central. That's she standing there. An 8-3 and an 8-2 are Stephanie Bauman's scores. And that would be an 8.25 average. Jennifer Park for Hunterdon Central. Half on and a full off, and she does just make it. Jennifer will try a handspring as her second vault. And Jennifer has declined to go with a second vault since she has a score of 8.8 on that first vault. No need really to try to improve. That'd be a tough mark to beat. So Jennifer will sit down with an 8.8, and that'll bring up Teresa Brewer for East Brunswick. Teresa's a junior all around, returning to the all around after knee surgery. And you'll notice a brace on her left knee. Teresa has also qualified in this event for the sectional meet. Teresa with a nice handspring vault. She should score well with that. Good pre-flight, a lot of after-flight. What the judges are looking for is nice, strong, hard running, good pre-flight action, that is good action off the board, a strong repulsion from the horse, height off the horse, and then distance away from the horse on the landing, or what they call after-flight. And Teresa gave us a good example of those variables. And Teresa's second vault now. Half on, full off. She did make it a little short though. But it's a difficult vault and she should score fairly well.
Up next for Hunterdon Central girls, Tracy Young. On deck for East Brunswick, Lady Gillette.
Teresa's score, 8-9. And a 9-0. So if my math is right, I think that's an 8.95 average. This is Tracy Young. Half on, full off. A little loose in the after flight. You could see that her body was not quite tight enough for the full rotation. But nonetheless, she made it. And I think that's all she's going to do is one vault. You'll see her coach is standing by the horse. What she's doing is waiting to receive the first vault score from the judge. And so the Hunterdon Central coach has decided that Tracy has no need to go on. She has a 9.0 and a 9.1, so she'll settle for one vault. And that'll bring up for East Brunswick, Wendy Gillette. Wendy's a sophomore all around, and the top scorer in the all-around competition for East Brunswick. And again, she's only a sophomore. And we're pleased to say that Wendy was recently named the Home News Female Athlete of the Week. So our congratulations to Wendy. And Wendy, as some of the other girls, has qualified for this event in the sectionals. Wendy Gillette doing a half on, full off. Nice ball. You see how low she came in on that pre-flight. Good twisting action, and she had a little hop on the dismount. Ideally, you would like to see a little more repulsion off the horse in the afterflight, but a very good vault. And Wendy's going to do a half on, 1.5 twist off. That's a 10.0 vault. There's a half. Oh, and she was just close to making it. Her feet, she just couldn't get her feet underneath her. Nonetheless, she had the 1.5 on the afterflight. Very close. She'll score well, just based on the sheer difficulty of it. And a 9.0, 9.0 for Wendy Gillette. This is Becky Storholt for Hunterdon Central. She'll be the last competitor on the vault tonight. Half on, full off, and again, a very good vault. So this is a close competition here at the vault. East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central. And both teams look quite good to start things off tonight. Becky's second vault. Handspring with a full, and a very nice vault. She really pulled it through. Nice twist. She should score quite well with that. And you can see her teammates coming out to congratulate her. Handspring full, very difficult vault. Nine 3 for Becky Storholt. And so we'll move to our next event, which will be on even bars. And the first competitor, this is a warm-up at the moment. Sorry, that was Erica Lawson. I believe it was an exhibition. No scoring was conducted. And they'll do that now and then, particularly for some of the girls who are coming back from injuries who haven't competed in some time. They'll allow them to compete in an exhibition fashion. In other words, go through their routine without being scored or judged. And you can see the girls setting the bars. Each girl has their own particular bar setting, and that generally corresponds to their height and body type. Girls with long legs would have the bars set out much further than a girl that is short in stature. And so with each gymnast, there will be a setting of the bars. First girl up will be Shannon Parry for Hunterdon Central. And I would say after that first event, we have a very close meet going here at East Brunswick High School. And you can see in the background, one of the boys tumbling, Hunterdon Central boys are here competing against East Brunswick High School's boys team. Anyway, here he goes. Straddle over the low bar by Shannon Parry. Beat into the bar. Drop glide. Straddle drop glide. Long hang kip. Front hip circle. Uprise and back semi off. On the bars, the judges are looking for swinging movements, both above and below the bar. Releases. In other words, the girls are expected to release their hands in some fashion as part of the exercise. And good form goes without saying in all the events, but it's much more noticeable on the uneven bars. That wasn't Shannon Parry, I've been informed. That was another exhibition by one of the Hunterdon Central girls.
Girls will be competing on the uneven bars next. Up first for Hunterdon Central will be Shannon Parry on deck.
And now we'll see Shannon Parry for Hunterdon Central. And the judges are getting themselves in position. Coach checking the bars to be sure they're tight and secure. Okay, and I think we're about ready to go now with Shannon Parry from Hunterdon Central. First competitor up on the uneven bars. Shannon waiting for the judges. And now she has been given the go-ahead. Shannon starts off with a straddle glide. Release catch to the high bar. Straddle cut catch. Drop. So far moving very nice. No trouble on the uprise. And a back layaway. Nice opening routine for Shannon Parry. And Coach Leslie Gatner and some of the team come out to adjust the bars for Carrie Friedman. She'll be first up for the Bears on the uneven bars. We understand that the JV girls are also competing tonight, so a lot of activity on the floor. If you're just joining us, we're at East Brunswick High School for tonight's East Brunswick Hunterdon Central Girls Gymnastics meet. And I'm John McBarrow. And we're at the uneven bars where we're waiting for Carrie Friedman to start things off for the Bears on this event.
Scores for Shannon Parry, 7-8. And 7-7.
Carrie Freeman up for East Brunswick. Very aggressive on the bar. As you can see, she's really moving quite quickly. And a good start.
Up next for Hunterdon Central girls, Jennifer Park. On deck for East Brunswick, Stephanie Bauman.
Jennifer Park will be our next competitor from Hunterdon Central. And Carrie Freeman got things moving for the Lady Bears. And again, the usual readjustment of the bars. Waiting for Carrie Friedman's scores. Again, there are two judges. The scores will be averaged.
Scores for Carrie Friedman, 7-6 and 7-4.
So Carrie Freeman scores 7-6 and 7-4 for a 7.5 average. And Jennifer Park will be up. Yeah, very nice routine, Jennifer Park. So that'll bring up Stephanie Bauman now for East Brunswick. Stephanie has qualified in this event for the sectionals.
Up next for East
And
Brunswick
she's
girls,
the co-captain
Stephanie
of this
Bauman.
team.
On deck for Hunterdon Central, Becky Storwald.
Some last minute adjustments to the bars as Stephanie chalks up.
Scores for Jennifer Park, 7-7 and 7-8.
a straddle over the low bar. Start things off for Stephanie, and she falls. She'll have a moment or two to get back up. Nice move there. So that's 2 falls. And that could be close to a full point off. Stephanie having a rough time of it thus far on the bars, and she finishes up with a back semi. And I know she's disappointed with that routine.
Up next for Hunterdon Central girls, Becky Strohwald. On deck for East Brunswick, Robin Kimmel.
Becky Storholt will be up for Hunterdon Central. As we await the scores for Stephanie Bauman.
Scores for Stephanie Bauman, 6-1 and 6-5.
6-1 and 6-5 are the scores for Stephanie Bauman on the uneven bars. Becky Storholt. A lot of straddle action thus far. Release to the low bar. And the straight body dismount, flyway dismount.
Up next for East Brunswick girls,
Well, there seems to be a lot of parity between both East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central, and this could come down to the last event. So far, we're seeing some good gymnastics. Robin Kimmel will be up on bars for East Brunswick. It's the first time we're seeing Robin tonight. She's a sophomore all around. And Coach Leslie Gentner tells us that the bars are her best event. So we'll see what Robin Kimmel can do for the Lady Bears. You see a nice close-up of Robin Kimmel. The judges are having a conference, so she's waiting. Probably one of the most nerve-wracking times, just standing out there waiting for the judges. And we should be about ready to go with Robin Kimmel's routine on the uneven bars.
Scores for Becky Strohwald, 8-7 and 8-4.
Okay, Robin Kimmel's ready to go. Nice start thus far. Robin moving well. Slight break there. Gets into the handstand. And a flyway dismount, straight body, very nice. Robin Kimmel gets the Bears back on track here on the uneven bars.
Up next for Hunterdon
You see Coach Leslie Gattner talking with Robin Kimmel. Leslie, a former East Brunswick High School gymnast and a very good gymnast. And her husband's here tonight judging the men's gymnastics. Up next will be Tracy Young for Hunterdon Central. As I mentioned, Hunterdon Central comes into this meet 5-1. The Bears are 6-2, looking to capture the GMC championship in girls gymnastics.
Scores for Robin Kimmel, 8-5 and
And Robin
8-7.
Kimmel, an 8-5 and an 8-7, and a great routine. So Robin Kimmel comes up with an 8-6 score on the uneven bars. Tracy Young. Eagle catch, straddle. She's moving quite quickly on the bars. Very aggressive and a front. Nice dismount. And the team comes out to congratulate her. Nice aggressive routine for Tracy Young. And so the last competitor will be up for the Bears, and that is Wendy Gillette. I would think East Brunswick needs a good routine here from Wendy to keep this score close.
Scores for Tracy Young, 9-2, 9-0.
Tracy Young receiving a 9-2 and a 9-0 for a 9-1 score on the unevens. Here's Wendy Gillette for East Brunswick. Wendy moving very well. Nice long body, straight toes, looks very nice on the bars. Here the handstand. Oh, she tried a giant, the first one to do it tonight. That'll be a deduction, but not that much. It's a very difficult move. And she'll come off with the flyaway. Wendy Gillette, what a shame. She was moving so well on the bars. But she let her heels drag, and the body arched over and pulled her right back down. Wendy was the last competitor on this event, and you see Coach Gattner speaking with Wendy. And we'll wait to see what her scores are. And Wendy Gillette has an 8-7 and an 8-5 for an 8-6 average. And so that will conclude the uneven bars, and we'll now move over to the balance beam as soon as the judges are ready.
Next event for the girls will be
And
the
on
balance
beam, Erica Lawson, I believe, will lead it off for East Brunswick.
Erica Lawson.
Erica's a junior and
Central, Shannon Parry.
a gymnast who is returning to the sport after suffering a rather serious elbow injury last year. So this is the first time we'll see Erica tonight. And the balance beam is probably the most difficult of the women's events. as I'm sure you know, it requires both tumbling and dance on a very narrow strip of wood. And as the judges get settled, you'll see Erica and some of her teammates helping her move some of the mats. And mats are moved around to the liking of the gymnast. Some dismount at one end, others at the other. And so the girls help one another move the mats around. Erica will be up first. Erica Lawson for East Brunswick. As we pan the gym, you can see a number of gymnasts out here tonight. Kind of like a circus. We have guys on the rings, girls on the bars. Erica now waiting for the judges. And this is a little difficult. Her first event of the evening. She's waited this long, and now she has to wait that much longer as the judges get settled in. Erica breaks the tension by clapping for one of the boy gymnasts, and we're ready to go. And a good mount. Very nice start for Erica Lawson. Split leaps. Back walkover. Again, the girls are back handspring, are expected to show both tumbling and dance. Front walkover. Ooh, she's going to hold on. Another front walkover. Full turn, almost 1.5 actually. And she should be getting ready for a dismount. Back handspring, back summy. For Erica Lawson, a fine routine and a great start, particularly after coming off elbow surgery. And that's what the Bears needed to get things going here on the balance beam.
Up next on the balance
And you know Erica's relieved.
Shannon Parry. On deck for East Brunswick, Stephanie Bell.
So we'll go now to Shannon Parry for Hunterdon Central. She'll be the next competitor. And we'll wait to hear scores for Erica Lawson.
Running scores thus far for the East Brunswick girls, 51.05. Hunterdon Central girls, 52.5.
Well, we've just been informed by the official score that it's a very close meet. After 2 events, it's East Brunswick 51.05, Hunterdon Central 52.50. Well, we thought it would be close. 2 outstanding teams here. And I believe the judges are going to have a conference, so we'll wait for Erica Lawson's score. And as we wait, so shall Shannon Parry, who is the next competitor. My crack statistician, Peter Canamessa, tells me that the difference between the two teams is 1.45. Peter doing a fine job with the numbers this evening. Quite honestly, we're surprised Peter could count that high, but you can see the judges having a conference, and this is not unusual in gymnastics. And the purpose for it is that the judges want to be within a point of each other generally in terms of the scoring. So apparently one of the judges was outside of that range. And now they'll go over and discuss Erica's routine and more importantly, talk about the deductions that they saw and add those deductions up and then subtract them from a score of 10.0. And that's what they're doing at the moment. And of course, one judge sees it one way, the other another. And that's why you would like two judges. And that's part of the sport, so we'll sit and wait.
Next event, the boys will be vaulting. Up first for Hunterdon Central, Brian Casso. On deck for Hunterdon Central, Jason Belkov. Scores for Erica Lawson,
All right.
7-9 and 7-8.
Erica Lawson's scores are 7.9, 7.8 for a 7.85 average. And so finally, Sharon Parry will be up on the beam for Hunterdon Central. Back handspring.
On deck from Hunterdon Central.
And a second back handspring. Ideally, you would like to see those two moves together without hesitation, but it's a difficult trick for the girls. And you might hear some music in the background. Some of the JV girls are on the floor. And a very nice move there by Shannon Parry. And you can see Hunterdon Central is a well-coached team. And we have a very close meet going on here. Less than a point and a half separating the two teams. And Shannon with a back layout dismount. So she starts things off for the Hunterdon Central ladies. And it appears it's going to be nip and tuck on each event. So that'll bring up Stephanie Bauman for East Brunswick. And we should point out that all of East Brunswick's competitors on this event have qualified for the sectionals. So we should see some excellent beam work tonight. Stephanie adjusting the Reuter board, or beep board as they call it. Girls are allowed to use the board to mount. And the board will be pulled away by one of her teammates as soon as she does mount. Okay, Stephanie Bauman. Stephanie with a nice full turn. And a back handspring. A second, and she's off. So she'll try to pull it back together. Nice straddle leap. Hey, Valdez, which is a difficult move, and nice job by Stephanie. Side straddle. And Stephanie will finish up with a flip-flop back semi-off. And other than that fall, she really had a solid routine. And we'll see how bad that fall hurt her in the scoring. Next competitor will be Jennifer Park for Hunterdon Central. And she'll be followed by Teresa Brewer of East Brunswick. Waiting for Stephanie Bauman's scores on the balance beam. Very close meet here, 1.45 separating the two teams. This is the third event. They'll then move on to floor to finish out tonight's competition. And it could come down to the floor exercise as the deciding factor in this meet. Okay, Stephanie's scores is 8-0, 8-0 for an 8-0 average. And Jennifer Park. In general, meets are won on the beam. The team that can stay on has the best shot of winning. And so far, Hunterdon Central has stayed on. Jennifer with a nice backhand spring, sets up for another. Very nice scale. Holds on, she stays on rather. She fights it. Nice split. Valdez up into back walkover. Second back walkover and a layout dismount. Very nice routine for Jennifer Park. And they're putting the pressure on East Brunswick. See what Teresa Brewer can do for the Bears. We're waiting for scores for Jennifer Park. It's Teresa Brewer, you see in your picture, adjusting the board. She will be up next for East Brunswick. And the judges are discussing Jennifer Park's routine. So Teresa will have to cool her heels for a moment. See Teresa clapping for Jason Cohen, the boys team, for his vault. Jennifer Park with an 8.4 and an 8.2, so that's an 8.3 average. And now Teresa Brewer. We mentioned that Teresa coming back from a knee injury. And East Brunswick can use a good routine from her this event. And Teresa's down. She'll remount. Back walkover to immediate back handspring and her second fall.
East Brunswick boys will be competing on the high bar. Up first, Brian Fox, followed by Alex Decker, Jason Cohen, Jim Delaney, Steve
Full
Christensen,
turn.
and Aiden Antoine.
Teresa trying to pull it together here. She's had 2 falls. Setting up now for a back handspring, back semi-dismount. And I know Teresa's disappointed. So is Coach Gatner. Not much you can say. Put a lot of pressure, though, on Wendy Gillette, who will follow Teresa after Becky Storholt from Hunterdon Central finishes.
For Hunterdon Central, Becky Storholt. On deck for East Brunswick, Wendy Gillette. Hunterdon Central boys will be competing on the parallel bars. Up first, Justin Garvin.
So we'll see what scores are given to Teresa Brewer.
Jason Ilkov, and Dave Bassman.
Again, the judges are meeting, discussing Teresa's routine. Not much to say while we wait for the scores, other than that if you do have a chance to come out and see the girls, please do so. Here's Teresa's scores, 7.4 and 7.2. So she'll come out with a 7.3 average. And we'll go to Becky Storholt for Hunterdon Central. Becky starting on the Florex mat. Cartwheel onto the beam. Different mount than we've seen tonight. Becky, back handspring. Trying to hold that handstand, and she makes it. Valdez, and up. So a nice routine going for Becky Storholt. Full turn. And you have to be impressed with Hunterdon Central. They've shown the ability to stay on that beam. Nice, clean routines. And front layout. And good routine for Becky Storholt. Wendy Gillette will be up next for East Brunswick.
Up next on balance beam for East Brunswick, Wendy Gillette. On deck for Hunterdon Central, Tracy Young.
Wendy Gillette in your picture. Will mount from the side of the beam. And will be the last competitor up for East Brunswick on this event. So time kind of running out on the Lady Bears. Beam has caused them a little bit of a problem tonight. And they're really going to have to go hard on the floor to make up the deficit. Wendy and Erica Lawson talking as the judges get together once again to discuss scores. And it's been unusual. They were moving along quite well through 2 events and got the beam, and a lot of conferences thus far between the judges. So we can only sit and wait, much like the gymnasts. 8-5 and 8-4 for Becky Storholt. Again, a very nice routine. And this is Wendy Gillette. Wendy, straddle handstand. Into a straddle L. Very nice move, very difficult move. Back walkover, and she just about made it. Wendy again setting up. Ooh, just lucky. I tell you, she was lucky to get to her feet. Her hands missed the beam on the back walkover, back flip-flop. And Wendy needs to gain her composure here. Aksami on the beam, and she made it. First one we've seen tonight. So other than that fall, Wendy Gillette having a fine routine going here. Now she'll full twist dismount. And oh, but for that fall. We'll see what kind of score she gets, though.
Next
And remember,
up,
she's only a sophomore.
Hunterdon Central, Tracy Young.
And the last competitor on balance beam will be Tracy Young for Hunterdon Central. And we'll see if we can get through Wendy Gillette's score without a conference. Still waiting. That's the coach for Hunterdon Central that you're looking at.
Scores for Wendy Gillette.
And here we go. Wendy's scores are 8-1 and 8-2 for an 8-1-5 average. Tracy Young for Hunterdon Central. Straddle handstand. Nice split lead. And Valdez up, and she made it. I'm truly amazed by these young ladies from Hunterdon Central. I don't know how they're staying on the beam, but they are. And Tracy moving very well here. Front walk over, and she's off. First one tonight we've seen for Hunterdon Central. First girl to fall off the beam. So in a way, he's supposed to maybe catching a break. Very close going into this event, but East Brunswick's had their difficulties. And should East Brunswick lose this meet, Coach Gettner only needs to look at the beam to see where the meet was lost. And it's not to be critical of the girls. And dismount for Tracy Young. It's not to be difficult, rather critical of the girls, but beam is the hardest event, and this is where meets are won and lost on this event. So we'll finish up this event now and move to the floor, which is our last event of the evening. And Teresa Brewer will start things off for the Lady Bears. And it should be interesting to see how the Bears do on this event. Just some quick adding of the stats. East Brunswick is trailing in this meet, and beam did not help them. So they're really going to have to put it together on the floor exercise event. And Teresa Brewer, who will be the first Bear up. This is her first meet in terms of floor X since her injury, so we'll see how she responds. They need a good start here, and they need good routines from all the Bears if they hope to pull this one out. First one up, however, will be Shannon Perry. She'll start things off on this event. Shannon from Hunterdon Central. And on floor exercise, the judges look for tumbling and obviously dance. Originality is a big part of the score. And Shannon Perry now waiting for the judges, and more importantly, waiting for her music to begin. And we're ready to go. Nice split. Russian split there. Back walkover. Double pirouette. And into the tumbling. Flip-flops, layout. Kind of low, but nonetheless she made it. It was clean. Judges like to see that high tumbling. Flip-flops into a back sunny. And a different move. There's that creativity that we talk about. And a nice routine going for Sharon Perry. Back sunny. And a good start for Hunterdon Central.
Running score thus far for the girls, Hunterdon Central 77.45, East Brunswick 75.05. Up next for the
Okay, Teresa Brewer will be up for the Bears, and just to give you an indication of where we stand, the score thus far after 3 events is Hunterdon Central 77.45, East Brunswick 75.05. So again, very close thus far going into this last meet. Although Hunterdon Central has opened up their lead to a little over 2 points, 2.4 to be exact. So the Bears are really going to have to hustle. And they really need to hit their routines if they hope to take this meet. And so the things will start off with Teresa Brewer. And you see Teresa waiting to go. Judges having a conference. And that's not unusual for the first person in an event. Generally, they want to see where they are in the range, be sure they're close, and have an indication of what they're giving for certain skills and techniques, or tricks, if you will. So we're ready to go. Teresa Brewer, first up for East Brunswick on this event.
Come on, David.
And again, this is her first time on the floor since her injury. There she goes, flip-flop and a full twist. Very nice. That's got to be a great lift for Teresa, great mental lift. Setting up now for her second pass. Front Summy, round off flip-flop. Yeah, Summy was a little low, but she was able to pull it out. Good routine thus far for Perry Brewer. Nice straddle jump. Setting up now for her last pass. This is the most difficult. Back Summy. Most difficult since the girls are very tired at this point. There she is trying to finish it up. Perry Brewer, very nice routine. And we'll see what the judges think of it in just a minute. So Jennifer Park will be up for Hunterdon Central. She'll be followed by Stephanie Bauman for East Brunswick. So Teresa Brewer scores 8.9, 8.7 for an 8.8 average. And a great start, as we mentioned. This is what the Bears need on this event. They're down by close to 2.5 points. And you're looking at Jennifer Park from Hunterdon Central. Round off into flip-flops, into a twist. Well done. Very nice leaps. Flip-flops, back Summy. And Jennifer packing in a lot of energy in this routine. And layout step out. And the music changes. And Jennifer Park. And we'll see how Stephanie Bauman answers the challenge. Jennifer Park with a very good routine. This has been an excellent meet. East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central. Back and forth. And you see Stephanie stretching, trying to loosen up those muscles as she gets ready to go on the floor. And the judges will meet once again. Again, the score after 3 events. East Brunswick 75.05. Hunterdon Central 77.45, or a difference of 2.40. So about 2.5 points separate these teams as we go into the last event. Teresa Brewer started off for East Brunswick with an 8-8 on floor, and this is Stephanie Bauman up next. Shannon Parry and Jennifer Park have gone for Hunterdon Central and have had solid routines. So East Brunswick's work is really cut out for them.
Scores for Jennifer Park, 9-0, 8-7.
Okay, Stephanie Bauman just about ready to go. Waiting for the official nod, and she's got it. Pirouette. Actually a double pirouette. Full twist. Nice move. Setting up for her second pass. Back to Sunny. Now for her last pass. And another back Sunny. And Stephanie Bauman finishes up a very solid routine. And East Brunswick needs that. And we'll see what the judges think of it.
Up next for Hunterdon Central girls, Becky Strohol. On deck for East Brunswick, Carrie Friedman.
Becky Storholz will be up for Hunterdon Central. East Brunswick still has Carrie Friedman and Wendy Gillette to go. It's going to be close.
Scores for Stephanie Bauman, 8-7
Okay.
and
8-7,
8-5.
8-5 for Stephanie Bauman for an 8-6. So we'll see where that puts East Brunswick. They still have two more competitors. This is Becky Storholz for Hunterdon Central on floor. Last event of tonight's competition. And Becky with a full twist. Oh, she tried a double pirouette, came out of it a little wobbly, but was able to cover up and keep moving. She'll set up in the corner and get ready for another tumbling pass. There she goes. Ran off into flip-flops, back Sunny. And another solid routine for Hunterdon Central. Becky Storr holds. And so they're making it difficult. Hunterdon Central comes in with only one loss.
Up next for East Brunswick
One of the
girls,
better
Carrie
teams in the
Freeman.
state in
On
terms of
deck
girls
for
competition.
Hunterdon Central, Tracy Young.
Carrie Freeman will be up for East Brunswick. And this is Carrie's strongest event, according to Coach Gatner. See Carrie there. If you follow gymnastics in East Brunswick, you know that she's the sister of Steve Freeman, former gymnast great. Okay, Carrie Freeman. And they need a big routine here. You can see right from the start, very lively routine. A lot of energy. Front summy, front step out, it's roundel flip flop, back summy. There's some creativity, innovation there, very nice. Pike back summy. Well, Carrie's letting it all hang out. They need a very strong routine from her on this event. Slight bobble, she's all right. Pirouettes. And she sets up for her pass, tumbling pass. Flip flops into back summy. Very nice routine. Carrie Freeman. Just what East Brunswick needs. And the last competitor for Hunterdon Central is Tracy Young. She'll be next. And you may hear in the background that the East Brunswick High School boys won their meet against Hunterdon Central, 156 to 114. And it seems like every time the boys compete, they break state records. Anyway, this is Tracy Young, last competitor on the floor for Hunterdon Central. Twist, she pulls it through. Tracy showing a lot of energy in this routine. Layout. Setting up for next tumbling pass. Flip flops into a back semi. And that'll do it for Tracy Young and Hunterdon Central tonight. They had a very fine meet. Very impressed with these young ladies.
Terry Freeman were 8-8
Kerry
and
Freeman's
8-7.
scores were
Up
8-8
next
and
for
8-7
Brunswick,
for an
Wendy Gillette.
8.75 average. And so Wendy Gillette will be our last competitor this evening. It's Wendy getting ready to go.
Tracy Young, 9-3 and 9-1.
Tracy Young score 9-3-9-1. And Wendy Gillette. Nice full twist, nice and high for Wendy. Real ball of energy on the floor. And again, she's only a sophomore. Front summy. A little trouble getting out of it, but she pulls it out for a round off flip-flop back summy. Moving very quick pace. Nice pirouettes. Back summy to one knee. Different. With backs. And Wendy Gillette finishes up a nice routine. So we'll tally the scores and see what the final outcome of this meet is between East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central. It's been a good one. As we said, very close going into this last event. And we'll be right back with the final score in just a moment. Well, we should mention that Wendy Gillette's score on floor X was 9.4 and 9.2 for an average of 9.3. And the final score in a very close meet, East Brunswick 101.90, Hunterdon Central 104.50. So as we said, it was close from the start. East Brunswick and Hunterdon Central nip and tuck all the way. If I could pick one event, I think that hurt East Brunswick, it was the beam. Nothing unusual about that. That seems to be the way it is at every meet. But East Brunswick came back on floor and almost pulled this one out. So East Brunswick's record falls to 6-3. Hunterdon Central's improves to 5-1. And that will be it from East Brunswick High School, where again, the Lady Bears lost a close one to Hunterdon Central in girls gymnastics. So for everyone associated here at Channel 8, this is John Migliaro saying thanks for being with us and good night.